So if you clicked on this video, then you must be interested in connecting with the universe, and that can be different for everyone. Some people believe it's God, some people believe spirit guides, some people believe angels, some people believe in just spirits or ghosts, or some people think it's nature or nature spirits. So choose your belief. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm just saying there are magical things happening, and if you look at them, they'll guide you. Hi everyone, today I'm making a video about how to get signs from the universe, how to communicate with the universe, or whatever you believe in. Please keep an open mind when you watch this. I just think don't knock it till you try it. So I believe the universe is always trying to give us signs, but we just aren't always aware of it or in tune with it, or in a lot of cases people just don't realize that what they're seeing is a sign. I believe these signs come from all kinds of spiritual beings. Personally, for me, I think I connect with angels a lot, but whatever you believe is valid and that's okay. And if you believe in nothing, or if you're just skeptical, then I think just try and look for these signs and see how much your world changes. And also, I'm not an expert, so I'm not pretending to be like all-knowing about this subject. Every single person has their own individual way of connecting with the universe or their spirit guides, so if what I say doesn't resonate with you, then that's perfectly fine. It's just how I personally connect with the universe and read the signs in my life. And I think a lot of people do get signs this way too, but if you don't, then that's okay. You may just get them in a completely different way. Okay, I'm gonna try and make this as easy to understand as I can, because sometimes I get too deep into it and it gets a little bit confusing. So if you clicked on this video, then you must be interested in connecting with the universe. And that can be different for everyone. Some people believe it's God, some people believe spirit guides, some people believe angels, some people believe in just spirits or ghosts, or some people think it's nature or nature spirits. So choose your belief. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm just saying there are magical things happening, and if you look at them, they'll guide you. My number one tip is look for reoccurring things or situations, because the things that are reoccurring, for example, recently I've been seeing a lot of hedgehogs. You can look up the meaning for that and it will tell you some information which will help you understand things in your life better. So let me look that up one second, because I actually haven't done that yet. So it stands for energy, fertility, inquisitiveness, protection and vitality. That's just a quick look at it. Apparently if a hedgehog crosses your path, it means you are not understood and that you feel like curling up within yourself. So yeah, I kind of do feel that right now, so that makes sense. Anyway, that was off topic. Let's go back to explaining this. So yes, just look out for reoccurring things. Numbers are a good one to look out for, and if you find you're seeing a number a lot, you can look up angel number 111 or numerology 111 or whatever number you're seeing all the time. For example, I've been seeing 44444 a lot, and that means your spirit guides are with you, they're protecting you and helping you in all of your endeavors. The more you look out for reoccurring things, the more you'll start to notice them, and the more you'll understand them. You'll have an inner voice telling you, oh, this means this. And you'll see something and think, oh, I should look that up. You just have to keep practicing with it. And sometimes it can feel like the signs are leading up to nothing. Like you'll keep seeing a repeating sign and you're just like, what does this mean? Why am I seeing this? This makes no sense. But then in the future, something happens and you're like, oh, that's what that meant. But sometimes things just do lead to nothing. And in those cases, I think for me, I just read it wrong. My intuition was just like, oh, this means something, but it didn't mean anything. It takes practice. Like I said, I'm not perfect. So one way you can get signs is through birds or winged creatures like butterflies or even bugs, I think. I mean, it's up to you. And the way I use this in my life is I'll ask a yes or no question, and then I will check which way the bird's flying. So if it's flying from left to right, then I take that as a yes, and if it's flying from right to left, then I take the answer as no. I also use magpies as a sign, because you know the rhyme, it's like 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, so on. And when I've been seeing loads of single magpies, like without any doubt, something sad always happens to me. When I see 2 magpies, is always a good time in my life when I'm feeling joyful, but the only downside is when I start seeing one magpies, I get fearful. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen now? I don't know if that makes me manifest some negative stuff as well, because I don't like to see just one, but who knows? So I've already spoke about the repeating numbers that you see a lot. You can look up the meanings for them. You can see numbers in various places, like on car number plates, doors that you just randomly decide to look at, your phone when you check the time, or when someone has last posted, or when you last posted, or the time someone messaged you. And usually when I see repeating numbers on the clock a lot, so like 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, I am in a good place in life, and it means I'm gonna have some positive changes and that my spirit guides are all around me. And that's how I take it anyway. The way you can use signs is you can give a meaning to a certain thing, and when you see it, it means that for you. So for me, I love cats. They're one of my spirit animals. So when I see loads of cats, I take that as a good sign. I said to the universe, show me loads of cats as a good sign. And sometimes I'll be worrying about things, and then cats will appear and they'll run up to me and they'll be rubbing themselves against me, and that's been happening a lot to me when I've been going out lately, because I've been so anxious about the virus and about some other things too. The universe is just like reassuring me by showing me cats. So you can do that too for yourself if you want to. Just choose an animal that is reassuring for you, and then when things are difficult, the universe will show you those animals everywhere. You can also see signs in clouds. I've had a lot of stories of people seeing angel-shaped clouds, but you can see loads of things in the clouds. You can see numbers, animals, pictures. It's basically kind of a form of scrying. And then when you see something in the cloud, if it's very obvious to you, just look up the meaning for that. And you can also use scrying if you want to. If you don't know what that is, I'll probably make a whole other video on it, but it's basically just like looking at things and getting messages from it. It's a lot deeper than that. So for example, looking in a crystal ball or looking at your tea leaves, I guess they're all kind of forms of divination as well. So another way that angels in particular like to connect with you is through rainbows and coins. I usually put a meaning onto these things. So for example, I had to make a decision out of moving out or going traveling. So I said, if I see loads of rainbows, it means I should go traveling, and if I see loads of coins, I should move out. This was a while ago, so I'm actually planning on moving out now, but this was like almost a year ago. And I would see so many rainbows, like everywhere, on people's t-shirts, in the sky, on bags, on clothes, like just literally everywhere I would go, I would see rainbows. Just people would draw them on the floor, and I was like, I should go traveling. Oh look, there's rainbows on here right now. Like I was actually deciding whether I should go to LA, and then a girl walked past and she had a rainbow on her top with California wrote on it too, so I was like, that's definitely a sign. So another way you can get messages from the universe is through music. This has happened to me a few times. Like I'll just be shuffling and a song will come on that meant something so deeply to me at the time. Like it would be a deep message, and like sometimes they're funny messages. Like for example, I was working at a store, a coffee shop, and this guy came up to me and was like asking me for my number and trying to give me his number, and then on the radio it said, no, I don't want your number, no, I don't want to give you mine. And it made me laugh so much because it just felt like heavenly banter. That's what me and Marina would say. But yeah, it just felt like the universe was like having fun with me, which I thought was really cool. So these are some examples. There's only a few examples. I could give a lot more examples of this, but I'm gonna leave it here for now so this video doesn't get too long. If you like this video, let me know, and leave a comment if you want to hear more ways to connect with the universe or your spirit guides or whatever you believe in. Also leave a comment if you have experienced getting a sign from the universe in a very serendipitous way. I would love to hear all your experiences of that. I'll tell you my one very serendipitous experience that I had. recently-ish. So my cat died recently. Well, she died last year. It feels recent because I'm still sad about it. And I asked for a sign that she was okay and that like she's still with me and stuff. And when I next went for a walk, I saw 5 black and white cats in the space of like 15 minutes, and she was a black and white cat, so that was like really magical to see. And recently when I've been feeling sad and anxious, I've had black and white cats approach me, and literally they were rubbing themselves against me. They weren't interested in anyone else, and like they just were like rubbing themselves on me, and I was like, oh, because I felt like it was her just like being like, it's okay, I'm with you, you're gonna be fine, everything's gonna be okay. And it really makes me feel better when things like that happen. So let me know if you have any experiences like that, because I would love to hear them. And if you want to, you can follow me on the Pagans Witches Amino, because I post blog stuff on there, like witchy blog stuff. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching. I love you guys. Please subscribe and hit the bell, because that's what everyone does now. And yeah, thank you for watching.